Look at that. 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 That is freaking predator right there.
What?
Who thinks he's smarter than you?
What?
Who thinks he's smarter than you?
What?
Who thinks he's smarter than you? This is just a This is just a This is just a Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Pac-Man's a loser. Pac-Man's a loser. Pac-Man's a loser. Pac-Man's a loser. This is just a Look at that. This is just a Look at that. This is just a Look at that. This is just a Look at that.
Alex Jones is lying to you. That might come as a shock.
Pac-Man.
What?
Pac-Man.
What?
Pac-Man. This is just a This is just a This is just a This is just a Jones has fake callers. Jones has fake callers. Jones has fake callers. Jones has fake callers. This is just a This is just a This is just a This is just a corporate takeover, censorship, debanking, arrest, tyranny. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Corporate takeover, censorship, debanking, arrest, tyranny. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Corporate takeover, censorship, debanking, arrest, tyranny. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Corporate takeover, censorship, debanking, arrest, tyranny. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Pac-Man's a loser. Pac-Man's a loser. Pac-Man's a loser. Pac-Man's a loser. He's a disgrace. He's a disgrace. He's a disgrace. He's a disgrace. Look at that. Look at that.
Trump was doing this with his personal toilet.
But sinks, toilets, and showers.
Elements of bathrooms.
10 times, 15 times.
Elements of bathrooms.
We're looking very strongly at sinks and showers.
Elements of bathrooms.
10 times, 15 times.
Elements of bathrooms.
What on earth is going on with Trump and toilets? Trump's White House toilet would be clogged. With documents that Donald Trump was flushing down the toilet. Is this the explanation? Is this the explanation?
Big massive dumps.
Elements of bathrooms.
10 times, 15
Trump was doing this with his personal toilet.
Elements of bathrooms.
and showers.
Big massive dumps.
Elements of bathrooms.
Duty. 10 times, 15 times. Not me,
Elements of bathrooms.
God bless the United States. Thank you very much.
Elements of bathrooms.
Uh-oh. Mangoes?
My bag of mangoes.
Uh-oh. I love mangoes too.
9 cents. Okay. Now that we are up under Biden's regime, my bag of mangoes now costs $11.99.
That seems like a pretty good deal. A bag of mangoes. Aren't mangoes like $3 each? That's it. I want what, $8 or $11. That sounds good.
The American people lie. And highway robbery is what you're doing. Bring my mangoes back down. My bag of mangoes. My bag of mangoes.
Mangoes?
My bag of mangoes. Bring my mangoes back down. Raise the price of fruit. Don't raise the price of fruit. Don't raise the price of fruit. Bring my mangoes back down.
The Wisconsin crowd identified with the mangoes.
Disproportionately affected the American people. Those who want me to be healthy. Those who want me to be healthy. It's highway robbery is what you're doing. Don't raise the price of fruit. Don't raise the price of fruit. Don't raise the price of fruit. Don't raise the price of
Mangoes? Well, welcome everybody. We have a couple of different things on the agenda tonight, this afternoon, this morning, depending on where you are. But what I don't know is where we're sort of going to find the first one. Let me explain to you what's going on. We have a very unusual situation going on right now where, first of all, it's not really normal that a former or current president would be so involved in midterm primaries. Like, I understand being involved in November, but Donald Trump has injected himself almost like you would bleach into a lot of the Republican primaries. And he seems determined to get some kind of a good record or whatever the case may be. And Donald Trump has endorsed David Perdue in the Georgia Republican Gubernatorial primary, which is tomorrow night. Now, unfortunately for David Perdue, he's losing by a lot to Brian Kemp. On the other hand, Trump's own former vice president, Mike Pence, has endorsed Brian Kemp. So you have another Trump versus Pence matchup. Very unusual that you would so soon after leaving office see a president and vice president endorsing candidates running against each other. It's very interesting, and it could be a very bad endorsement for Donald Trump. In the next few minutes, Pence is rallying with Brian Kemp. And then at 7 p.m., at the top of the hour, Trump is doing a tele-rally with David Perdue. So the tele-rally at 7, I know exactly what we do. We're actually going to be dialing into it. This is what it sounds like if we dial in now. Let's see.
This meeting has not yet started.
Okay.
Please call back later.
So that's going to be in about 55 minutes. In the meantime, I'm trying to find a stream of the Pence speech, and I'm just not finding it anywhere. So we've got Newsmax. Oh, hold on. Oh, let's see. Hold on.
Where you go to a runoff. And I think right now Perdue is trying to play the game of getting himself
Let's
into
see if they're going to have the event.
based on the current polling. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think they're trying to make the case that they're trying to win. They just want to keep Kemp from 50%.
Yeah, there's no more electrifying and inspirational speaker than Mike Pence, of course.
From primary, Sean, President Biden raised some eyebrows during a joint press conference with the Japanese Prime Minister while speaking in Tokyo this.
Okay, so is Newsmax going to carry the event when it starts, which is any minute? I really don't know. On the other hand, we're also monitoring CNN, which led with a preview of the event, but now they've gotten away from it. So maybe CNN will have the event. We're also monitoring Fox News, which is whoa, who's this guy? Fox News talking about Bill Melugin. Wow. They're talking about the border. So I don't know if they're going to have the event. And then we also have this local thing, which they're talking about the Georgia race, but I don't know if they're going to have the event. And then as you can see here, we have the schedule. 6 p.m. Pence appears with Kemp, and then 7 p.m. Trump is in a tele-rally. But it doesn't seem as though this Washington Post page has any live elements of the event. So if anybody knows for sure where we could actually see video of the event, please let me know. Otherwise, we're just going to keep monitoring these different elements and sort of see what we find, what we come up with. Okay. I would love to carry it for everybody, and hopefully we can find a stream. Yeah, I hope we get it figured out. I think I missed a super chat. Where was it? Where was that? Here it is. Do you think the goal of banning abortion is to stunt upward mobility by forcing the financial burden of parenthood, or is it just moralism? No, I think it's just moralism. Another super chat. Any chance of being able to gift multiple memberships at once before the big sale next Monday? No, unfortunately, that is not a feature we're going to have implemented by Monday. I just want to be real with people and manage expectations. That's on the list for the next website revision. It looks like it's going to be a pretty powerful revision, but it is not going to be done by Monday. I will be streaming election results tomorrow. If you're just joining us, here are the tomorrow we have Alabama, Georgia, and Arkansas. Is it Arkansas or Arkansas? I'm not sure about that. In Alabama, Ted Cruz has endorsed Mo Brooks, which is just weird. And then Georgia, as we're talking about, Trump has endorsed David Perdue, while Pence has endorsed Brian Kemp. And then I don't know what the hell's going on in Arkansas. So we'll have to look at that. But I will be live tomorrow starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. So I hope that people will join me because it is going to be quite a scene. David Perdue coming up. Okay, that's interesting. And then are they carrying the Pence rally? If anybody finds coverage of the Pence rally, please let me know. Oh, hold on. Here we are. Oh, there it is. Oh, what's going on here? Let's see. Let's unmute here.
For the person that has a record that can beat Stacey Abrams in November.
Challenger David Perdue also pulling out all the last-minute
political so it
stops.
looked like they
Trump
were in the room, guys. It looked like they were in the room standing by for Mike Pence. So we may actually have something before you know it. That's great news. Great news. So we'll kind of flip back and forth here and see what we get. That is great. I didn't know if we were going to be able to find a stream. So that's making me significantly more optimistic. And yes, I will be live at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And that'll be happening very, very soon. Okay, let's get to a few different things. First and foremost, thanks to Merkelist and Crimson Elric for the Twitch Prime subscriptions. You are numbers 1 and 2. What do I have? I have a few elements here I wanted to go over with you. Here's a very interesting clip. This is a Lyft driver who picks up a ride. It's a bar owner and her husband. The bar owner makes a comment about being happy that the driver is white, and then the driver kicks them out. This is very, very interesting. Check this out.
Hello. For Jackie, right?
He was against the racism.
How are you? What's that?
Okay, did you hear that? So you might have missed that, okay? That was the comment. Listen to this.
Hello. For Jackie, right? Yeah. How are you?
You're like a white guy.
Oh, you're like a white guy.
What's that?
Are you like a white guy?
You're like a white guy?
Excuse me?
You're like a normal guy?
You're a normal guy. You're white. White.
Like you speak English?
You speak English.
Sorry.
No, you can get out of the car. I'm gonna cancel
What?
a ride. That's inappropriate.
What?
It's completely inappropriate. If somebody was not white sitting in the seat, what would be the difference?
Are you serious?
She said, wow, you're a white guy.
So now the husband loses his mind.
That's okay. I'm not gonna take the ride. You guys can get out.
Really?
Yeah, completely inappropriate.
Oh, you're a fucking asshole.
Oh, man, the husband. So now I start to get anybody who that quickly escalates to that degree. Like, I would never treat a service provider like this. This driver hasn't even done anything wrong. His wife's in the wrong, and you're instantly swearing? I would never treat anyone like this. And this guy's doing it 20 seconds in.
All on camera, man.
Shit.
It's all on camera.
I should punch you in the fucking face.
I should punch you. You're a piece of S.
You're gonna threaten me?
Yeah,
Assault.
Yeah, fuck you.
Wow.
Because you guys are racist fucks.
Dude, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Fucking nigger lover. Fuck.
Oh, and did you hear that? N-word lover. N-word lover, guys. This is a cultural difference. The hell out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, I'm calling the cops on you, man.
Go ahead.
It's all on camera. It's all on camera.
Big deal.
Do you guys own the place? Is it your place?
Get the fuck out.
That's great. Everyone's gonna know. Fossil's last stand for black people, right?
Get going.
Yeah, fuck off, you.
So these are just, you know what these people are? These people are losers.
Pac-Man's a loser.
Nicely done by the driver. We should, yeah, I don't even know anything about the bar. Is this the... I actually don't know what the bar is. Well, okay, I don't know too much else about this, but I like it. Okay, guys, I am liking what's going on there. So this stream has blacked out. It's just gone. The stream's gone. Let's see if it comes back. Okay, that's a little bit depressing. Brit Hume is saying things about Russia. On CNN, they're in a commercial break, and Newsmax is interviewing David Perdue. Oh, let's listen to that.
1,000 people have voted in early voting in Georgia on the Republican side, and half of those, this is most noteworthy, half of those voters did not vote in 2018. So by definition, all of these polls are excluding these people who are early voting who did not vote in.
Wow, sounds like early voting's good all of a sudden.
For a poll, that you have to be in have voted in the last 3 primaries. And so this has been a miss we've talked about all along. You know, Matt Towery is a very good pollster, one of the best pollsters in the country. He's got another poll out this week that shows it's only a couple of points away from 50%. My goal right now is to represent the people. They're tired of a governor who has lied to them about what happened in November of 2020 in the election, denied it happened, has covered it up, and the people are outraged about it. They're upset about crime, the woke mob in the schools. They're upset about their economy. I'm trying to get rid of the state income tax. Kemp agrees with Abrams and does not want to do that. So we're in a fight down here between people and...
All right, so this guy's fighting, and we're standing by for the event. Let's see if Wolf Blitzer is going to be covering it. No, it doesn't seem like it. And we're watching Fox, and we're also watching this. Very interesting, the racist bar owners that we just saw.
New tonight and only on CBS 46, an Atlanta man conned out of $1,500.
All right, we're still waiting there. Check out the Yelp. The Yelp looks absolutely crazy for this place. This is the bar, Fossil's Last Stand. 1 star. It can't possibly be $4 signs, can it? That doesn't make any sense. The business is being monitored by Yelp support team for content related to media reports. Interesting. Let's see if we have any recent. Yeah, okay. There's an alert here because of what's going on. Their clam soup had a fly in it, and the restrooms had S on the walls and floor. This place is horrible. I had a burger and fries, and it was disgusting. I threw up after my second bite. Also, the owners are racist. Oh, that's the best. Angel wrote, staff was rude, owners racist, food disgusting. Effing racists, I hope you burn in hell. BLM. Attempted to order a drink, but was hard to communicate due to the noise level of the Klan meeting going on behind me. Would not recommend if you're a person of color. 0 stars. It's the openly racist saying the N-word with ease and threatening drivers over their open bigotry that got me. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, all of these guys are in the last couple of days. So melting down, Yelp completely melting down for these folks, and that's probably going to leave a mark. Is my my expectation there. Continuing to monitor all of these different streams. We expect the event to get underway pretty soon. Thanks to Margot Cabot for the Twitch Prime subscription. You're number 3 today, and I really appreciate that. Okay. Let's see if I have anything else over here. We are going to continue. Okay, so we did racist driver. That's done. Now, by the way, there's this big movement. There's this hip movement now that says they're for free speech that would say it's unfair now, the campaign that's been launched against these people. I would never use the N-word, period, even in front of people I'm like comfortable with. The husband knew the Lyft driver for 30 seconds and called him an N-word lover. Okay? This is not a contrived smear campaign. These are disgusting people. You'll be, is everyone irredeemable now because of something you said on the internet? No, this is about how you're treating people in the real world. Okay? And they're free to say whatever they want. The Lyft driver is free to record what goes on in his own vehicle, free to publish it. People are free to evaluate it. Some people might like people who use the N-word, and they'd say, we found a racist bar. I love it. Let's go and support the racist bar. Great. You can do that if you like it. If you like supporting businesses where the owners haphazardly use the N-word, here's a bar for you. And if you don't like it, you can choose not to go. Okay? Now, the review stuff, reviews are freedom of speech. If you didn't really go, Yelp's policy is you're supposed to have really been a customer and comment on the food. And so Yelp is completely within their terms of service to say we're removing reviews that are like this, right? Yelp could do that. Yelp could do that. But everybody has had the freedom to speak, and everybody has to suffer the consequences of the speech that they've made. That's it. It's just what it is, you know? Listen, I don't know if you guys remember, but I told you not long ago about I was at a restaurant and I was out at a patio. It was a beautiful evening. I had a delightful meal and whatever. And when I was leaving, someone said, "Hey, Pac-Man." And I turned and they go, "You Jew imperialist bastard." Okay, this was in a public setting. Now, I could have responded. It was a woman who did this. I could have responded and used the C word or the B word, or, said, imagine like that. I had said, get back in the kitchen where you belong, or something like that. And it had been filmed, right? Imagine that. Public place. The filming would have been fine. It would have been her speech. It would have been my speech. That could have been published online. And all of a sudden, I'm guessing many of you people would have said, oh my God, David Pakman called some woman the C word or the B word, or told her to get in the kitchen. I'm canceling my membership. I mean, that I had my speech, she had her speech, and then people on the internet can say, wow, the consequences to David doing that, it's going to be that I cancel my membership. And I would have had to deal with that, right? I mean, it would have been the consequences of my speech. I don't know. It's, I would have said, it's the globalists. Do I have that? Where is it? Globalist, internationalist, Trotskyite socialists, unlike Obama, Trudeau, Macron, and the rest of these Zio beasts. Right. Now, what I actually did is I just walked away. So anyway, this is the world we live in, unfortunately. And it is what it is, as the kids like to say, as we stand by here, presumably for the Mike Pence event. Super chat, keep spreading truth and decency, David Sir, says Adam Gingrich. Well, Adam, I want to thank you. Adam just did an amazing thing. Adam is gifting subscriptions on my website. Adam Gingrich just gifted one, and Adam Gingrich just gifted a second one, and Kevin Gouldy gifted a membership. Those are numbers 4, 5, and 6 today. Really easy to gift memberships, okay? When you're signing up on the website, and by the way, even with coupon codes, like for example, you can use the coupon code OBAMNA. That drops the price down. Ordinarily, what's going on here? There it is. Drops the price down. If you check this box, this is a gift, I will then give away the memberships to people that want them. Let me do that right now. I've just got to pull up my list of people who want memberships. And the first 3 today are up. Let's see here. Oh, nope. That's, hold on. Carlos Martinez, Inez Williamson, and one person requested a ton of them, and I'm just deleting all of them. I'm sorry. I apologize for wasting everybody's time with this. The third one is, oh, dear God. We're blocking this person. Yeah, we turned on verification after the same person said they wanted a bunch of memberships, someone going by the name Bob, but obviously we know that's fake. Hold on, who is the next one? Terrence Singer, there it is. Terrence Singer is number 3. Also, thank you to 79 Carlio for the Twitch Prime subscription. You're number 7 today. Appreciate everybody. Thank you very, very much as we continue to stand by here for the Pence rally. Should be any moment, I guess. That's what they're telling me. Okay. One other super chat here. David, have you heard Trump pulled away from endorsing Perdue? No, they're doing a tele-rally tonight. Trump, Perdue, where did he pull away? I'm not seeing that. They're doing a tele-rally tonight, so I think he still supports him, gamer. But we'll see. If the thing doesn't end up happening tonight, then I think we will know. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Kim Iverson. I don't know how many you know about Kim Iverson. She's sort of in the Tulsi line, as far as I understand, where like at one point she, I guess, claimed to be on the left, but then she appeared on the Hill Rising and just says crazy stuff, like crazy stuff. She's sort of gone the direction of like Jimmy Dore and people like that. She sent me a tweet. So I don't know how many of you know Kim.com. Okay, Kim.com is a tech guy formerly of Mega Upload. He follows me. I follow him. I believe he now lives in New Zealand. Kim.com posted this thing. He posted, in a prank call to George W. Bush, admits the U.S. broke its promise to Russia not to expand NATO eastward because times have changed and the U.S. was adjusting to the times. Now, George W. Bush did get pranked. I responded, in reality, that was never agreed to. It was mentioned verbally, but not part of any final signed agreements. We've covered this on the show quite a bit, which is the talking point is, Putin's right to invade Ukraine because there was an agreement signed that said that NATO would not expand eastward. And that's not true. It was verbally mentioned by James Baker, I believe it was. It was not part of any final actual agreement. Great. So Kim.com comes back and says, not true. A memorandum was exchanged. Russia would never have agreed to give up East Germany if it wasn't for the U.S. guarantee not to expand eastwards. And I said, I'm more than willing to have my mind changed, but in all of the research I did, I was not able to find any evidence of that. And I posted this screenshot. Such an agreement was never made, NATO says on its website. NATO's door has been open to new members since it was founded in 1949, and that has never changed. So in comes Kim Iverson and says it doesn't matter if the agreement was official or not. It was understood handshake agreement. And the U.S. is now a bunch of lying shysters. I think she means shysters. Now, I was going to respond, and then I realized I'm an idiot if I respond because this is just bad faith. This is the, Tulsi, Jimmy Dore sort of line. It sort of does matter if it's official. If it's not official, it's not actually an agreement. It's like sort of saying like, I had an unofficial contract with my car dealer, but then like they gave me a piece of paper and it didn't say any of that stuff that they told me unofficially. And then I signed it. And now I want the stuff that they verbally said. It's not it's just not an agreement then. I don't know. My mortgage broker told me I was getting a 1% mortgage, but then on the disclosure, it said 4%. And then on the paperwork, it said 4%. And my lawyer told me it's 4%. And I signed it. And then I got a bill and it says 4%, but they had mentioned it was 1%. Oh, okay. But so the agreement said 4%? Yeah. And your lawyer said your mortgage is 4%? Yeah. And you signed it saying, I understand this is 4%? Yeah. Okay, so what are we really talking about here? Anyway, so this is, there's a contingent that is taking this approach. And what can you do? This is the direction they're going. So that's that. We're going to get to Marjorie Taylor Greene in a moment, but I do want to keep an eye on all these different streams just to see what's going on. Baby formula has arrived. They're in commercials here. I don't know that Newsmax will cover the speech necessarily because I think they're pro-Trump, and Pence has endorsed Trump's, the guy that Trump did not endorse. So we're going to see. Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene has a new conspiracy theory. Some call it a hypothesis. I call it a conspiracy theory that Democrats want to turn your kids gay. Let's listen.
If anyone who was a Democrat steps out of line because they've decided they can't go along with the horrible, disgusting, and failing ways of the Democrats, and they actually see the light, see the truth, and they go, I'm going to try voting Republican because these people over here make sense. They like everybody. They think our Constitution is for everyone. They don't want to turn your kids gay and have, transgender, and they don't want to kill babies in the womb.
They don't want to have transgender.
And they really want a thriving economy. They want everyone to have money, and they want everyone to have a job, and we kind of care about the border. So people step out, they start voting Republican like Elon says he's going to do. And what happens? Oh, boy, they come after you. They did it to President Trump. We've seen it done to celebrities.
Obviously, we all know Democrats don't want to turn your kids gay. But here's my question. Does anybody know what they would say about why Democrats would want to turn your kids gay? Like, I don't even understand what the motive would be. Why would Democrats want more people to be gay? I know that I'm asking you guys something difficult, which is it's of course not true. But what is their explanation for why Democrats would want to do that? Does anybody have any idea? What's the benefit to more gay people? Depopulation. Because gay people vote for Democrats. Oh, interesting. Democrats want to turn people gay because when you turn them gay, they become Democrats. Yeah, if that's the best explanation they've got, that's pretty damn bad. Replacement theory of some kind. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, anyway, it doesn't make any sense. A few other super chats. Gamer asked David, sir, where did the globalist conspiracy theory start? Was that supposed to be anti-Semitic conspiracy theory used by the extreme right wing? You know, I actually don't know the answer to that. History of globalist conspiracy theory. Oh, it's considered a new world order. The oranges are considered to be new world order, and it's similar to globalist. Let's see. Oh, now it is mentioned that some of the underlying principles of New World Order conspiracy theory comes from the Protocols of the Elders of Zion, which is an anti-Semitic canard first published in Russia in 1903, and whose printing was funded eventually by Henry Ford, the guy from Ford. This is why I will not buy a Ford vehicle, and because I think that they're terrible cars, but also because of the Henry Ford thing. So just a little bit of a side note for the kids in the audience. Cawthorn hinted at Dark MAGA. Is this similar to the Dark Elves as mentioned by Tolkien? I believe it is. I believe it is, yeah. Very good point, Chakoseki. Let's see what else we have going on here. So far, still no coverage of the Pence event. Let me do one more scan through, and the Trump event starts in about 25 minutes too. Let me see if I can find this. So this would be Pence, Kemp. And let's see if we have anything live here. No, just my stream. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe PBS. Let's see if PBS NewsHour might be carrying it. PBS.
They're certainly.
They are not. Okay, so we'll keep standing by here for the Pence event, and see where or when it might be starting. Yep. Okay. Let's continue with a few other things here. Oh, this is super interesting. So you guys may know that we are rapidly heading towards 1.5. Hold on a second. We are heading towards 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube. And I said, let me know ideas for things that could be done. Lucas wrote in with the following offer. David, sir, in your last few episodes, you've been talking about what to do to reach 1.5 million subscribers faster and teased with the idea of dyeing your hair or shaving your head. As a sign of selfless service, and given how much the mango intro song of the stream makes me unreasonably happy, I'm willing to have a mango tattooed if we get to your established goal before the midterm elections. I'd go even further to promise to do it alongside of a cartoon stencil version of you with the phrase, I love mangoes too. We have someone willing to get a tattoo of me saying, I love mangoes too, if we accelerate our path to 1.5 million subscribers, which is pretty wild. Now, a mango tattoo, it just looks like an egg, right? I mean, I don't know how you do it and make it clear it's a mango. Super relevant, I know. I'll send you the picture of the tattoo if indeed the goal is accomplished. Kind regards from a fellow Argentinian. So Lucas is coming up with an idea of getting a mango tattoo if we accelerate our race to 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube. Pretty wild stuff. And meanwhile, I do think it's important to mention that our friend Kenji Jay Lopez Alt, who follows me on Instagram, he had an incredible video about the proper way to eat a mango. It's just 60 seconds. I do want to show everybody.
Hey everyone, it's Kenji. I'm in Hawaii and I'm going to show you how to eat a mango.
This is big time stuff.
So this works best when you're outdoors. Beach is best. Park will do. Over a kitchen sink is okay too. You need a really ripe mango. This is a Hayden. It'll work with any of these sort of small, soft mangoes. So Hayden, if you're on the mainland, like a Champagne, Ataulfo, honey mango. You start at the pit end and you, at the button end, and you peel it off in strips like this.
Look at this.
You can scrape those bits with your teeth like an artichoke. I'm not going to show you all that, but eventually you get all that skin off. You scrape it all with your teeth.
Look at that.
And then you're left with this, and this you can just eat like an apple.
Look at that. Quite a technique.
It's messy, it's no waste, but it's the best way I know how to eat a mango.
Pretty powerful stuff, folks. All right, so there is that, and it is wild what people are doing. We do need diamond and silk here. Okay, Jovan Hutton, pull my finger, says, sir, could we effect a citizen's arrest of 45? I mean, you can try it if you think it's safe, but I have a hard time imagining that's going to work. Gamer wants to know the oranges of the mangoes. All right, let's give away some subscriptions. Thank you to Jen here, Crowbars Forever, and Bionic Bill. New members 8, 9, and 10 today via Twitch Prime. Now look at this. We're a bunch of memberships just dumped in. Kyoko Awaya, who is our great friend from Tokyo, has gifted a membership. Amy Price has gifted a membership. Kyoko just gifted another membership. Kyoko has gifted another membership. Kathy Gavel has gifted one. Simon Reed has gifted a membership. And Simon Reed has gifted a second membership. That's 6, putting us at 16. Those free memberships go to Jesse Edlin, Michael Krupka, Scott Myron, Shane Moore, Matthew Hogan, and Helena Svensson. If you would like a free membership, just fill out the short form at davidpakman.com/free membership. If you can afford to give away a membership, we have 449 people currently waiting for memberships. Sign up at joinpakman.com and check the box, is this a gift? But much like with oxygen masks on airplanes, you put yours on first, then you help others around you. I would encourage you to first get a membership for yourself and then get memberships for others around you. That's just my recommendation. And speaking of which, I want to say thanks to Nick Alfred, who just got himself a membership. That's number 17 today. Okay, let's see. It looks like we've got the Pence stuff going. Let's see.
Defying his former boss. Pence is campaigning for the incumbent governor of Georgia, one of former President Trump's top political targets.
Show the rally.
CNN national correspondent Kristen Holmes is in Atlanta for us watching all of this unfold. Kristen, Trump and Pence are backing competing candidates in the Georgia governor's race tomorrow. All of this on the eve of the primary. Things are getting rather intense where you are, right?
That's right. Well, if they are getting intense, as you mentioned, the former Vice President Mike Pence currently holding a rally for incumbent Governor Brian Kemp.
Show the rally.
And this not only defies President Trump, you have to remember that Trump is not just supporting Kemp's opponent, former Senator David Perdue, but he actually recruited him to run against Kemp and bashed Kemp over and over again for not overturning the 2020 election. So a lot of heated rhetoric back and forth here. We heard from Trump's spokesperson who insulted Pence for coming to the state, not mincing words, saying now desperate to chase his lost relevance, Pence is parachuting into races hoping someone is paying attention.
Pretty funny, actually.
So again, this has turned into somewhat of a proxy war. Trump, for his part, not holding an in-person rally in the final days of this election, but he did host a tele-rally. He's doing that later tonight, and he called in to a radio show to support Trump. But this is, to support Perdue, but this is a huge moment for the former president for two big reasons. One is that he really wants to beat former incumbent Governor Brian Kemp. He has poured over $2.5 million into this election from his super PAC. This is more money than he has spent on any other race in this midterm season. And the other, it goes to show how far Trump's big lie will play and how it will resonate in the midterm elections. This has been a pillar of Perdue's campaign. He has really gone all in on the big lie. And so far, it doesn't look good for Trump or Perdue. He has been trailing in the polls.
True.
Now, if it is any indication as to how Kemp is feeling going into tomorrow, we can note that over the last several days, he has spent a lot of time campaigning and hitting one person particularly hard. And that person is Stacey Abrams, who will be the Democratic candidate for the governorship in the fall.
He certainly is. All right, Kristen, thank you very much. We're showing our viewers some live pictures now coming in from Georgia. You can see over there Brian Kemp on the stage with Mike Pence. Mike Pence is about to speak. He's strongly endorsing the current governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp. We'll listen in and see what he has to say. We'll get back to that shortly. But right now, I want to be joined by our CNN senior commentator, John Kasich, the former Republican governor of Ohio.
It does seem like they're going to have some of it, so I think we'll stay here. I don't think anybody else has any. Oh, hold on. Is this even live? This Hyundai commercial seems like it's been on forever. Okay, I think we're going to stick here. This is our best shot at getting any of that, and then the Trump tele-rally starts in 20 minutes anyway, okay? So we're going to stick with it. Super chats. Junie, David, why do today's Republicans claim to be for free trade and the expansion of the economy, but also favor tariffs, which most economists say hurt the U.S. economy? Because they don't actually have principles. They just say whatever they can at the time that they believe will be politically expedient. There's no real economic principle underlying any of it. Tex Strickle, I'm unsure how to find information for the Trump rally as far as how to log on. If you can provide me with a place to get the info, it would be a great help. So here's the info on the Trump event. It's a tele-rally, so we're going to be dialing in. Let's see what happens if we call in now.
This meeting has not yet started. Please call back later.
Okay, yeah, so you just dial in. That's all it is. It's pretty freaking pathetic, but it is what it is. I want to say thank you to a couple of other people. Very Serious Man and Beth Graham have just teed up Twitch Prime subscriptions, which I really appreciate. Also want to say thanks to Matt Dever, just signed up on my website, and Anthony Kraus just signed up on my website. New members 20 and 21. Really, really appreciate everybody's support. The live streams continue, and we will be live tomorrow night with election results, very important election results. We will see whether Trump or Pence win, essentially. And it's going to be wild. It's going to be quite wild. And CNN is moments away from showing some of this rally that Pence is doing. Pence, not exactly an electric speaker, as many of you know. TGQ. Newsweek, there is no confirmation at the time of writing that Pence Georgia rally will be live streamed. Right. Yeah, we knew that we might have some trouble finding the rally, but CNN is about to show some of it, so that'll give us an idea. Thanks also to Matt Dever for gifting a subscription. That is number 22. That subscription goes to Michael Hernandez, who requested a free membership at davidpakman.com/free membership. As we wait here for the Pence rally and the Trump rally, let's look at a couple of voicemails and see what we've got. Let's see.
Hey, David. Just watching your most recent video, and you're covering Madison Cawthorn. And it seems like you left out like a really crucial detail. Not only was Madison Cawthorn in bed naked with another man, that man was related to him.
So the reason I didn't mention the cousin thing is because I've read conflicting reports about it. NBC News, YouTube Live. People are telling me the NBC Live News now has the stream. Let's see. Let's take a look at that.
Well, not just on the Republican side, because of these highly.
Is the thing over, or what's going on here? Anybody know? No, it can't possibly be over.
So in terms of people who are looking at this race and finding it to be very important, that is certainly high here. Take a look at what they had to say.
I guess it's over. Oh, wait,
David wants fair elections, and Kemp didn't seem to want fair elections before. I mean, he shouldn't have done anything illegal. I mean, just legal means to help straighten out the election.
Did you support President Trump? I did. And does his criticism of the governor... I don't like that. Yeah. I don't like it at all.
So, Hallie, that's just a sample of people that I talked to, both supporting the governor and supporting David Perdue. Now, I've got to say, you also see the difference in their campaign rallies. You know, Perdue held a rally, a press conference today. 2020 was, again, central focus, a big issue there. But when you talk to Brian Kemp, when you listen to him, he talks about his record. He talks about bills that he signed into law. He talks about being the first state to reopen after COVID. Several things he does not talk about: 2020, Donald Trump, and really he doesn't even talk about David Perdue until sometimes at the end, Hallie.
That's interesting. I wonder if he's talking even more about Stacey Abrams these days, Blaine, especially considering it looks as though, I mean, she's all but certain to be the Democratic pick for the governor's race. She would be his general election matchup if he's not already looking past tomorrow and looking to November.
You know what's interesting? If there is one thing that unites the two, Kemp and Perdue, it's their opposition to Stacey Abrams. That is the one thing that really does unite them. You kind of hear
that they know they're against
going to bat over who is going to be the one that's more likely to beat her in November. In fact, when you go back to the first debate between the two,
well, I guess we don't really know whether the thing is already over. If this is live, it seems to have ended. CNN said they were going to take it live coming up, so I don't know what the hell is going on. But we're going to watch it, and then in 15 minutes, the Trump tele-rally starts, so we will see. Super Chat asks, how am I not more cynical? Following politics suggests to me that we're on a quick downward spiral. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm just not cynical by nature, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that. I want to say thanks to Matt Dever for gifting another subscription. And Juan the Trollman has gifted another subscription. And Hillary Lee has gifted another subscription. That's 3, putting us at 25. Those go to Carson Bannister, Megan Hoople, and Tony Wheeler. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And we'll stick with CNN now. Presumably they will be back momentarily. We were listening to various voicemails. Let's see what else we've got. The Eggman.
Hey, Dave. If Dr. Mehmet Oz loses in Pennsylvania, Trump will definitely say that the Democrats cheated or somebody cheated him. And if you give a colonoscopy, I'll volunteer. I'm in my 50s, and I've been putting it off. So, shalom, brother.
Yeah, what the Eggman is referring to there is that someone wrote in and said, David, you should do a colonoscopy when you get to 1.5 million subscribers. And there was some grammatical ambiguity because usually it's the gastroenterologists who do the colonoscopy and it's the patient who gets the colonoscopy. So it wasn't clear whether the viewer was saying, I should receive a colonoscopy or I should perform one. And I'm not licensed. My specialty is ophthalmology, just like Rand Paul. I wouldn't be qualified to do such a procedure, unfortunately. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Oh man, this is kind of a weird voicemail.
Hi, David. Thank you so much for that advertisement about real bamboo. You really kind of revolutionized my life. I've been using regular toilet paper, but now I use a stick of bamboo and
Okay, yeah, we're gonna get away from that. That's not so good. It's bamboo-based toilet paper. It's not sticks of bamboo. That would just be crazy. All right, let's see if we're going to the Pence event yet. No, we are not. Doesn't look like we're going over there yet. So we're continuing to stand by. Let's see also what happens if we try calling into the Trump rally.
This meeting has not started yet. We hope you will enjoy listening until it starts.
See if we can do anything with this.
It's amazing. Baby, you love me? You love me?
Okay. Let's not wait on hold for the rally so far. Let's just not wait. Yeah, let's just not wait on hold. We'll call back. The dude says, David, sir, do you think the progressive wins in Australia could be a positive sign for our upcoming elections? God, I hope so. And if they start charging child support at conception, I bet guys' opinions will change pretty quickly. Thanks. Yeah, a long segment today about the Labour victory in Australia over the weekend. Check out that clip for sure. It's quite an interesting one. Quite an interesting one. Let's see if I have any other voicemails for people. What else do we have here?
Hi, David. Am I the only one who thinks the John Fetterman stroke is like really, really suspicious? Like, really, he gets a stroke right before the election? Like, I mean, would you put it past someone like Dr. Oz or like any Trumpist to not try to like kill their opponent?
Oh, the caller seems to be saying, is it possible that the stroke was caused by some kind of poisoning or something like that by Mehmet? No, I don't believe there's no evidence for that whatsoever. So, we're going to try to stick to the facts on this program. Oh, the Eggman called in about the Buffalo shooting as well.
Hey, Dave. So there's a memorial at that Tops grocery store where 10 black people were murdered by that white kid. And anyway, all these people are going there. The whole team of Buffalo Bills have gone there and dropped off teddy bears and cried and said things. And thousands of people, famous people, of all these people that are going there, a third to a half of them watch Fox News and support Tucker Carlson and are right-wing Buffalo Bills sports nut jobs that don't even realize that their own attitude, support, and confirmation of these ideas on Fox caused this kid to do that. These people are victims of their own Frankenstein, and they don't even know what they're creating. How do you let people realize that they are the partial cause of this tragedy that they're crying about? It's driving me nuts. Anyway, shalom, brother. Have a great week.
Yeah, beautifully said by the Eggman. I mean, some of them don't realize, and then others just won't accept. So I think there's a couple different things there. Let's see if I have any other voicemails here. Got a super chat. Interested in this election, says Haley. I believe the only reason Georgia has such a clean 2020 is because everyone knew how suspicious it was that Kemp beat Abrams in 2018. Can he maintain a clean election again? I don't have any idea. And I want to just be careful. I'm not assuming it won't be clean. I just don't know. I don't know the specifics of what's happening on the ground there. And so we're just going to have to wait and see. But hoping for a completely clean election, of course. This seems like an unhinged voicemail. Let's see.
David, you and Tennessee the continued smearing of Dr. Oz and Stephen Crowder.
Give me a break. I'm so bored with him. That's Troy York. Let's see if I have something like a little more reasonable here. Let's see if I have something interesting. The troll man, Juan, called in. Let's see what he had to say.
Hey, David, I have a question. Why is it that it appears to me exclusively that mass shootings are much more newsworthy or more frequently seen on my YouTube video recommendations and even on the news in general during, in this case, the Biden administration?
That, that's so anecdotal. It's like, even if it were true that Juan was seeing more videos about mass shootings, it really tells us like nothing about anything, but it's, I don't know, man.
And apparently not as much during the Trump administration. I already did the research, and yes, there's mass shootings throughout the year, no matter what president is in office. Is it possible that the reason you see it more is because perhaps they believe that something could be done about it because there is a Democratic Party in office?
It is such a reach. The calls from Juan, which I love, are often so they take an unfounded assertion and then make conclusions off of it, and it's all speculative and it's all just wacky. Oh, hold on a second. I'm told this is the Pence rally.
Of the last century. They want to stifle the liberties that generations of Americans have fought to defend. But you know the future belongs to freedom. And when you vote for Brian Kemp tomorrow, you will say yes to a future of freedom here in Georgia. You'll say yes to our most cherished values at the heart of everything we hold dear. And when you say yes to Governor Brian Kemp tomorrow, you will send a deafening message all across America that the Republican Party is the party of the future. And we will bend men.
What an inspiring speaker.
No, it's not just about us, but it's about our kids and our grandkids. You know, since we've last seen each other, I had some new developments in my life. We moved back to the Hoosier State. I bought a John Deere tractor. And I became a grandfather for the first time.
What charisma.
And I can tell by the looks on your faces when I said that. You know what I'm talking about. We're not just fighting for Governor Brian Kemp. We're not just fighting for the conservative agenda here in Georgia. We're fighting for our kids and our grandkids. We're fighting for the America that they deserve. An America grounded in freedom and in our highest ideals. So I want to encourage you to leave from here and make sure and get out and vote.
Please
tomorrow,
leave.
Georgia. Vote to renominate Governor Brian Kemp for 4 more years in the Republican primary.
That cadence. Vote to renominate Brian Kemp for 4 more.
And remember, friends don't let friends vote alone. Grab a family member, grab a friend, get out and vote in that Republican primary. And finally, I would say to you, in these challenging times, where it seems like that there's more that divides us in this country than ever before, I will tell you that I don't really see it that way. I'll always believe that there will always be more that unites us in America than could ever divide us. And chief among those things is faith. And so I want to encourage you. If from time to time you bow the head and bend the knee, I want you to do that before those polls close tomorrow.
Pray for the results.
I want you to pray for Governor Brian Kemp.
Right.
First Lady Marty and the girls. I want you to pray that they would have the courage and the conviction to carry forward this campaign and the opportunity that they'd be given to do that. I also want you to pray for all the people of Georgia.
Right.
We'd have the opportunity to renew leadership this fall in Georgia that will continue to lead and inspire the nation. And pray with confidence, knowing that, as the Bible tells us, if his people who are called by his name will humble themselves and pray and turn, he'll do like he's always done.
What a terrible speaker.
This state and this nation. He'll hear from heaven and he'll heal this land, this one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So let's get out there. Let's support Governor Brian Kemp and send him on the road to victory this November.
And there he goes. sinister. Wow. All right, so there's Pence. I mean, completely uninspirational in every way, incredibly moving, and just an electrified audience. You know they're going to vote, and they're going to vote hard because it's just so incredible. I want to say thank you to Hillary Lee, who has just gifted another subscription on my website to a lucky recipient. Actually, two. Hillary's dumping in memberships left and right. That's numbers 26 and 27. Want to say thank you to Joanna Wendy and Martin Rodriguez. Okay, we're about to call into the Trump rally. Actually, let's call in now. Let's see what's going on.
This meeting has not started yet. We hope you will enjoy listening until it starts.
Okay. So I am actually going to stay on now. Is the audio mixed out? Can you guys hear it? I hear a different mix than you hear. Is this an okay level for me to talk over? Does this work? Trump's late, yeah. You can't hear it at all. Okay, let me turn it up a little. How about that? I'm still hearing it. It just might be too low for you guys. Still a little bit? Okay, hold on. Let's see. I'm going to go up more. How about now? Can you hear the call sound?
Thank you for joining the tele-rally.
Is it starting? Pappy asked...
Georgia Governor, Senator David Perdue.
Oh, God.
My name is Lindy, and I'll be your moderator this evening.
This is
At
wild.
the conclusion of President Trump's remarks, we will be asking a special poll question, so please stay on the line.
Ooh.
It is now my pleasure to introduce David Perdue.
Wow, this is interesting, huh?
Thank you, Lindy. Folks, thank you for dialing in tonight. We have a very special guest. This is the second one of these tele-rallies that he has done for us. He also came to Commerce, Georgia.
Yeah, Trump couldn't even be bothered to go to Georgia.
Came out and spent the night with us and just really fired people up.
Spent the night.
The purpose of tonight is to hear from our ex-president tell us how important this race is and how important it is to get out and vote. But first, let me remind everybody, President Donald Trump gave us the best economic turnaround in U.S. history. After 8 years of the lowest economic output under Barack Obama, President Trump turned this around, made the world safer for us, and got us out of a war. So I am so grateful for his support and endorsement. Without further ado, it's my honor and pleasure to get to introduce to you tonight the 45th President of the United States, President Donald J. Trump.
Mexico. Well, thank you very much, David. I appreciate it very much. And I have to just maybe add something to what you just said. Our country, I don't think has ever been in worse shape than it is right now.
Why is this so funny?
Horrible situation that took place in Afghanistan with the Taliban, giving them $85 billion.
How a governor deals with Afghanistan, I don't know. But
we lost 13 soldiers, many horribly, horribly wounded, and left many people behind, American people behind. Horrible situation. But when you look at inflation, you look at all of the problems, it's disgraceful. And tomorrow is so critical. It's a primary. It's something that we have to win. We want to win, and we have a governor that's done the worst job of any governor in probably decades on election integrity. I'd like you to get out and vote.
What Trump means is the guy didn't give me Georgia.
Perdue in the Republican gubernatorial primary. So important. David is the only candidate who can beat Stacey Abrams, because I don't believe Kemp can do it. He's got too many people in the Republican Party that will refuse to vote. They're just not going to go out after what they did to two senators and to a presidential election. What he did should have been so different, and you see it all. Just go see 2,000 Mules, and there's plenty other things beyond that. So if you don't want to let Stacey Abrams radicalize your children and plunder your wealth and all of the other things, even today what she said is unbelievable. She's saying what a horrible place Georgia is. You take a look at her statement today. She just made it a little while ago. Just came over the wires.
The wires.
That's strange, but it's going to be very, very hard for anybody but David. David is going to be able to win and win easily because he's got the spirit. But he's running against Kemp, who lied as a rhino, who would, along with his friend Raffensperger, allowed the Georgia election to be rigged and to be stolen. It was rigged and it was stolen.
That's
Take
what
a
this
look
is
at
about, yeah.
the movie. Take a look at whatever you want to look at. There are many different ways, and it's a shame. The radical left ran a massive illegal ballot harvesting scam right under Kemp's nose and Raffensperger. By the way, Jody Heiss, great guy. Vote for him.
By the way, if you're just joining us, we're on a phone call with Trump.
Votes. Kemp was given this indisputable evidence by the people that drew the vote, and he refused to do anything. He didn't want to do anything, which was incredible to everybody. Kemp and Raffensperger personally paved the way for the disaster that our country's right now in. They allowed Stacey Abrams to bully them into an outrageous consent decree. How they ever got that signed and why the Republicans or anybody would sign such a thing. But it was signed in a disaster, gutting Georgia's voter integrity laws and allowing left-wing organizations.
If they let me ask a question, what should I ask?
Ballots and unsecured drop boxes all over the place. Stacey Abrams totally dominates Brian Kemp, and that's why nobody can understand what he did. Nobody. Someday we'll figure it out, but nobody can understand why he did that, why. You look at David Perdue is so great, and Brian Kemp, why he did the things for Stacey Abrams and for the Democrats. Kemp and Raffensperger also allowed Georgia officials to take $45 million from Mark Zuckerberg used to improperly boast mostly Democrat turnout. If you look at it, mostly Democrats. Brian Kemp is truly an embarrassment to the Republican Party because of what's taken place in your great state, Georgia, and David will make a massive upgrade as your governor. As a senator, he was a highly respected gentleman in Washington, I can tell you, because he was a senator while I was there.
They call him dumps.
And nobody did so much as we did. We cut taxes, we rebuilt the military, we created a strong border. We're the strongest border in history, and now we have the worst border in history, and that includes with respect to drugs.
Just by Biden coming in, it became a bad border.
And a corrupt political machine, and he will not rest until everything in our elections is free, fair, and honest. He'll eliminate Georgia's income tax, cut regulations, and he'll buy American, and he'll hire American. David will fight critical race theory, put parents back in charge of Georgia, and he will keep men out of women's sports. As you know, David's pro-life. He's pro-Second Amendment, which is, by the way, totally under siege, pro-border security, pro-police, and he's 100% MAGA. So I take this time tonight. I appreciate that a lot of people on the phone right now, but I have absolute great.
This is apparently the most people that have ever been on a phone call.
Fantastic governor. So if you can, tomorrow, get out and vote. Election day. Get out and vote for David Perdue. You will not be disappointed. You'll look back in years to come and you'll say that was a great vote, just as I hope you feel that your vote for me was a great vote. We had our country at a level that it's probably never been at before. In fact, I can say that it has never been at before. So thank you all very much. Get out and vote. David Perdue. And David, I'll turn it back to you. Thank you.
God bless you, Mr. President. History will be very favorable on your legacy about how you turned our country around. We miss you. We know we're not done yet, and thank you for being there for me. Listen, you know who your friends are when you get in the fight, and I count you as a dear friend, Mr. President. Thank you for all.
Operators are standing by. Free shipping.
Thank you, David. Thank you very much.
So everyone on the call, thank you for joining us tonight. Please stay on the line. There are a couple of questions we would like to ask you. I'm going to turn you back over. Take just a second. It would really help us as we go into tomorrow. But let me close it with this. I'll come back in just a minute. But please stay on the line. And, Lindy, I'll turn it back over to you to ask your question.
Thank you, David. I appreciate that. And thank you, President Trump, for a wonderful message. Please use your phone's keypad to answer the poll question.
Oh, here we go.
Here's your poll question. Can President Trump count on you to vote for David Perdue for governor tomorrow, Tuesday, May 24th?
Nope.
Press 1 for yes. Press 2 for no. Press 3 for undecided. We look forward to hearing from the great people of Georgia.
Thanks.
Again,
I just voted
the poll
no.
question this evening is, can President Trump count on you to vote for David Perdue for governor tomorrow, Tuesday, May 24th? Press 1 for yes. Press 2 for no. Press 3 for undecided. You can use your phone's keypad to answer the poll question.
This
Thank
is
you to
pretty
all that
interesting.
participated in the poll question. David, do you have any closing remarks?
I do, Lindy. Thank you for moderating this. And everyone that joined the call, I think you can see how sincere President Trump is.
No.
This race is bigger than me. It's bigger than Brian Kemp. It's about the future of our country. If we want a Republican conservative back in the White House in 24, and we want a Senate majority back this year, we have to win this governor's race in Georgia. Brian Kemp has divided our party, and he cannot beat Stacey Abrams. Thank you so much for being involved. Please go out and vote. If you haven't voted, if you have voted, God bless you. Thank you for that. But in the meantime, make sure you and all your friends go out and vote tomorrow. Thank you. God bless you. Good night.
We appreciate you spending your evening with us. Please visit voteperdue.com to learn.
Evening? I'm getting off the call. It was 8 minutes long, including Trump's speech. Spending your evening with us. What the hell is going on there? What a rally, huh? Really, really going to inspire lots of people to go out and vote. What a complete and total mess. Just absolutely bizarre. Okay, well, that was really bad. I don't even know what to make of that. That was just terrible. Okay, I did want to mention I am now on Truth Central. As you know, Donald Trump got the name of his own social media platform wrong.
Truth Central.
Yeah, I'm on the platform. You know what's really funny? I somehow have over 500 followers on Truth, even though I mentioned it like once. I think I tweeted about it once. So if you want to follow me on there, basically what we're doing is just, my friends, you guys, just post positive responses to my comments, even though like the people on the platform are pretty freaking nuts. I posted this. Check out some of the comments. Wait a second. States. Who's the current president of the United States?
Who's the current president? Well, I guess it's a funny question.
Is it really?
Because, yeah, I do think we live in a very interesting time where there's forces beyond our visibility that
like supernatural.
Not supernatural.
Oh,
there's
okay. I was disappointed when he said no. So anyway, check out some of the responses here in the comments. Let's see. Do you know Jesus? Trump would know him more than you and is friends. Libs like the devil. Abort the libs. #. If you'd like a list of Bible verses that apply to Trump being an antichrist, let me know. Libs need to get off here. Go back to cancel culture Twitter. Jesus loves Trump and they were friends. That's why he's president and not Biden. Can you make picture of Trump and Jesus hanging out like friends? Oh, this is a satire account? Let's see. I actually can't tell if it's satire. That's interesting. It's a really weird website. Anyway, if people are curious about it, it does look just like Twitter. Let's look at another one. So I posted, some guy on this platform told me every time Trump glitches, like oranges of the investigation, Dropbox, it's a deliberate signal to those who know what to listen for. Reminds me of a viewer who was convinced I was sending them messages by blinking my eyes in Morse code. Your smug dismissal of these folks misses the point. Conspiratorial perception is real, pervasive, akin to a mind virus. You might want to try empathy, as in the case of COVID victims. What the hell? What is that person talking about? Anyway, so you can find me on Troth. I'm on Troth Central, and it's all really, really weird. I'll probably end up banned from there at some point. It seems hard to imagine that I wouldn't. All right, everybody. So we went to the Trump rally, which was an 8-minute phone call. We went to the Pence rally, of which we saw about 5 minutes. And that does it. I'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, 24 hours and 45 minutes from now. We will have results from Arkansas, Alabama, and Georgia. The 2022 midterm primaries continue, and I hope to see everybody very soon. Make sure you're following on Twitch. Make sure you have subscribed on Facebook. Liked on Facebook and subscribed on YouTube. It's all free, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.